when I was informed that I was going to be honored. I really didn't know what to say. You know, my mother always says when someone gives you a compliment, you say thank you. Or in this sense, that is a compliment. It's a great one. But I was thinking, gosh, I know there's somebody else that you want to honor that's much more deserving than I am. So I remain humbled, and I'm very grateful. But I still can't believe it. You know, when I think about the journey of how I've gotten here, it's pretty interesting. Especially being raised by a very strong household of women, you know, and my father and my grandmother had played a very major role in my life. And the engagement that I've watched my grandmother and my mother and my stepfather provide along the way as a child, it taught me, you know, how, you know, you should behave with people and being kind. And a lot of that they showed me was all about taking the high road. You know, now that I'm here doing many times taking the high roads, I think back on their strength, you know, not ever showing the emotion that they've been moved. Sometimes that's hard for me. But you know, just the engagement that they showed people along the way in the community. You know, my father being a barber, of course, everyone came to his barber shop and wanted to get a haircut, and none of those folks had hair. You know, old men want to sit around and just kind of talk, you know, because it was this sense of community and engagement at that location. My mother coming along as a school teacher, and then as she retired, would sit on the porch and friends would stop by and ask her advice about things and be there for hours, and she never seemed like she was in a hurry to scoot them off to get things done. That type of engagement, you know. My grandmother, who has probably raised every person in our household after they became grown, and you know, before and after, you know, all of that sense of engagement is what has actually carried me along to this journey, and I really enjoy it. I really love people, and not only is it an innate part of me, but it's also something that's been taught. I'm so happy that one of my relatives, I call him Uncle Homer Wheaton, he's really my cousin, but Uncle Homer, he came to Gulfport on a trip. At that time he was Director of Financial Aid, and when he had come to visit our family, he'd come a number of times, but this was the time when I really realized that he was at this major university I had heard about already. That he was there as the Director of Financial Aid. And when he asked me about coming to Tennessee State University, it said something inside me that said, okay, yes. And that's all it took. And he told his mother, who's my great aunt, she said, Mama, she gonna come to Tennessee State. He said, you really gonna come? I said, yes, I'm coming. And this is just when I was just in the 10th grade. You know, when I'm here at the Metro Council, I love to be with staff persons like Roseanne, and you know, we laugh about how certain people do certain things, and you know, recapping of the day or recapping of a meeting, and just laughing about how we are as a people, as a group of council, as a family. And then of course when I'm at home, my husband, he's very, very funny. I mean, to me he's theologically funny. You know, he sees things so, you know, deep, and when he says something that's really funny, you know, that keeps us going. And then my two children, and they are just extremely, extremely funny, especially Furious, my oldest. He's just like his dad in that sense of being funny and engagement of people. And then Leland as well, he enjoys being funny. Leland enjoys seeing people being happy, seeing people doing things together, and that all comes from what we do as a family anyway. We like to do a lot of things as a family. We like to bring all of our family members together and just reflect on some of the things that our family members would do, and some of the journeys that we've taken together, and some of the journeys we've taken individually to come together. So it's those are the things I like to do. I like to be get the laughter from my family, from my friends, and that's how I get my laughter. Laughter is the Best Medicine organization. I appreciate the opportunities that they give us to creatively come before folks and people and community members that needs help. And even though that help is something that they've been searching for elsewhere, at the same time, they get a chance to feel good about themselves. So I thank Lisa Spells and her organization, just not only for what they do every day, but what they continue to do and looking into the future of making sure that people are being taken care of.
Much better.
I can't even. How's it shaped you? This. Yeah.